I was in a Bass Pro Shops of all things um, back in June, and there was a quote etched on the display about conservatism or conservation. Let me see if I can find that quote real quick for you. Uh, mm, it said something to the effect of a a conservationist, when they approach their environment, looks to preserve it for their children's enjoyment as opposed to enjoy it for their own consumption. Something like that. If somebody knows the quote better, please share. It really sunk in with me when I read that. I don't know if it was because it was just one of those things that you read at the right time. Um, for me, it's the same situation with liberty and the government. And I talked to the youngin, and they have some pretty interesting notions about certain things that, let's just say, we'll need to work on them. One interesting thing that I think happened the other day, and this ties in with the common law discussions that we're having. I said something or made her do something, and she said, "No fair." And I said, "Well, that's good." And she looked at me like I was stupid or something. Because as a as a parent, I was thinking, well, the sooner that they become exposed to the unfairness of what they'll have to deal with later on, the better off they'll be. They don't see it that way. Uh, they have very good notions of fairness and justice. It's young, and unfortunately, by our standards, naive. But it's a very precious thing. And how terrible is it that, as a parent, we have to teach our kids that life isn't fair? How can you make it fair? How can you accept that it isn't fair? How do we end up accepting that it isn't fair? For me, I don't think that is necessarily within our ability to make it fair. I think we can do our best. And I think that we can we can do our part to make the things that we do fair and just, and and probably have a find a way to accept the unfair injustices that are put against us to a point, the ones that we have no control over, and work towards the courage to change the things that we do. That's what I think. I'm not trying to be overly dramatic. Obviously, I just woke up.